Today we come to the end of the book of Exodus. And we have seen in the book of Exodus, we have seen the deliverance of God's people through the Exodus. And we have seen how he's brought them to Mount Sinai and he's formed his people. And so as God's people, they are to serve him. They are to worship him. They're to live for him. They have an entirely new life now, one that's removed from slavery and now now to serve him. And so God has given them detailed instructions. We've seen he's given them the law, but he's given them detailed instructions about building the tent of meeting. And that tent would be where the people would worship and where God would reside, right in the middle of the whole camp. And we see these detailed instructions given, and then we see them reiterated and repeated when the things are done. So it's like he's saying, here's the details of what I want you to build. And then when Moses records, this is what we built, it's the exact same details. And so that's why you see some duplication in that. But Moses makes it very evident. Well, the word makes it very evident that Moses and the people were obedient to God's command. The tent of meeting is built. And so what would be next then after the tent of meeting was built? I want to read to you Exodus chapter 40, verse 34 through 38. And the cloud covered the tent of meeting, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. Moses was unable to enter the tent of meeting because the cloud rested on it, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. The Israelites set out whenever the cloud was taken up from the tabernacle throughout the stages of their journey. And if the cloud was not taken up, they did not set out until the day it was taken up. For the cloud of the Lord was over the tabernacle by day, and there was fire inside the cloud by night, visible to the entire house of Israel throughout all their stages of their journey. And so here we see that the tent of meeting has been built, and now the glory of God has come to reside and fill the tent of meeting. It is there that he lived among them. And it took the form of a cloud by day and the fire by night, and the people followed his glory. And so here in the Old Testament, at this point in time, we have the tent of meeting. Then it goes to a permanent structure with it being the temple. And then that glory of God that resides among us is found in Jesus Christ. And after he went to heaven, that glory of God that resides among us, the same that was in this tent, that's in the temple, that is in Jesus, is in the Holy Spirit that lives among us still today. God is with us. Are you following him? Are you obeying him? Are you doing like the Israelites and trying to follow him day and night by following in his glory? God is with us. Let us live for him.